Hi, my name is Kent Vaughn, and I'm one of the founders of Blaze Performance Solutions. It's a new year, and I'm really excited about it. I'm always excited about the new years and what we're going to accomplish this year and the goals we're going to achieve and the success we're going to have. Aren't you? That's why we so often set New Year's resolutions. Here's the funny thing. The national average for achieving New Year's resolutions is about 8%. In fact, we're more likely to get accepted to Juilliard than to achieve our New Year's resolutions. So is this year really going to be any different? Especially when we think about our team goals, our organization's goals. What are we going to do differently this year? Well, there's some great carrots out there and some sticks you can use, but in essence what we're saying to people is work harder and I'll give you something else. Work smarter and I'll give you something else. Or if you don't, there are going to be consequences. How are people going to do that? They're already running 100 miles an hour. It's been said that you can buy people's hands, you can buy their backs, but you can't buy their hearts, you can't buy their minds. But what if you could ensure that every employee had a daily reminder of what the most important goals are, and more importantly, the specific activities and behaviors they were going to do and exhibit today on the job? What if you could make sure that actually happened? You might say, oh, that's what I have managers for. Yeah, right. Are they busy? Do they ever forget? What's the consistency of that? Yeah, it's pretty scary to think about. Would it be valuable to really know what people are doing every day? What would be the cumulative impact for your organization be like in that case? Let's use a personal example. Let's say that tonight I'm kind of hungry about 9:30 and decide to just grab a few peanuts. Not a lot of calories there, only 170 calories per serving, 35 peanuts that is. And I just eat some of those tonight at 9:30. It's no big deal. Unless I decide to do it again and again and for the next 21 days, and in 21 days I'm going to gain a pound. Now frankly, a pound's not that big a deal unless you keep the habit up. At the end of the year we're talking about 17 pounds, and there's nobody that wouldn't notice that. Now the great thing is the opposite is just as true. If you cut back 170 calories a night, the cumulative impact can be pretty substantial. Well, the same thing applies to your goals, to achieving the most important things this year. We all know that you eat an elephant how? One bite at a time. Now, if you're like me, you've had years where halfway through the year and sometimes even halfway through the quarter, you're thinking, what's going on? How are the numbers doing? Are people doing this stuff? I hope they're doing it. We send out emails. We have conference calls. We have webinars. I hope they're doing them. We've got spreadsheets everywhere. Oh, I hope it comes in. I hope those numbers come in. I hope they're actually taking the bites out of the elephant consistently every day, like those few peanuts every night. You know, one of the things I love most about the Franklin Planner training from Frank Covey was this idea of set it and forget it. I could write it down 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 32 days from now, and forget about it, knowing that it was going to come back to me exactly when I had written it down to come back. Of course, you can do the same thing electronically now. But here's the interesting thing. Can you do the same thing with the daily activities and behaviors of every one of your people? You know they're going to do them over and over again. Can you see real time what's actually going on? Most organizations can't. In the 90s, Michael Hammer came out with a book, Re-Engineering America, and he said, so often for leaders, things are not done because they're not known. You didn't know there was a better way, so you haven't done it. You just keep trying the same old things. And as we know, if we do the same old things we've always done, we're going to get the same results we've always gotten. In the next few videos, I'm going to share with you two things. One, a powerful 3-step process for executing your goals more consistently. We call it the 3 keys to execution. But my friends, that is not enough. Knowing is not the same as doing. Just because people know doesn't mean they're doing. And that's why we've created this dynamic gamified tool called Execution in Your Pocket, which allows every single employee to not only be reminded of the goals, but also have a place to put in what are the key things they did today. What are those specific activities they took and behaviors they exhibited to help you and them accomplish the goals. Wow, if you could see that every day, think about the cumulative impact of that. All of those bites of the elephant, of the goal, happening over and over and over again. Yeah, this year is going to be a great year. It's a very new year because you've got a great new way Or are you going to learn about a great new way to get the most important things done day in and day out without working harder and working smarter? And more importantly, a way for all of your people to do exactly the same thing. Well, thanks so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. Again, this is Kent Vaughn with Blaze Performance Solutions.